your name and what your tribe is and all that, and then we'll just.
Oh, okay. My name is Ronald John Pinkham. My Indian name is Tawanas, which is Cayuse, and Nespers, Nimipu. Used to live in Sawikta. We're Sawikta people, you know. We should all laugh about that, especially with your sisters. We're all Sawikta. I was telling about the story about.
Oh yeah, just about.
Oh, when I was down here, being around here, I started going to the Two Spirit gatherings. And my first one was in Eugene, Oregon area, and then met Randy Burns and several other people. Then when I started living here with my sister off and on, then I'd come up here and meet Randy, and he'd introduce me to a lot of other people. And then several years ago, they had a Two Spirit gathering in Saratoga. And then Randy Burns' group was no longer around, so this younger group began a thing called Bates, Bay Area American Indian Two Spirits. So that's Miko, Ken.
Yeah, Miko was here. Miko was here a month ago or whenever I was here last.
Yeah, Miko Thomas and Ken Harper and a couple others. I was trying to send a joke to them about somebody who comes up and says he's Indian, he looks totally white and all that.
Yeah.
And so through Ken and them and Randy, because Randy used to ask me to come up here and to do memorial services for people who passed away from AIDS and whoever. And so they also did Thanksgiving dinners if I was here. Asked me to do opening prayers for it, so I'd sing Longhouse songs. And so that sort of got around, that I did that kind of thing. And then when I was supposed to go to a Sundance and everything, but I didn't really have the money, and so I stayed here. And then my friend Ken and Miko and them asked me to do the opening prayer for Pride.
What year was that?
I've done it for about 7 years. Maybe 2000, might be, or 2001.
Okay.
Maybe would be 2001. So I've done it most every year. I didn't do it this year at all. I went to the stage too late. So I do the opening for Pride here in San Francisco at the stage where the big civic center is, and the mayor's office or whatever. They have a stage in front. So then the group would be in the parade, then we'd have to rush from the parade after getting out of it, run to the stage and go do the ceremony. And I was the one that was usually done. And then 2-3 years ago, a couple of the other Indian people got sort of upset. We live in California. You're not a California Indian. We need to have a California Indian do this. And so one year a girl did. And then she turned around and saw me and says, "Hey, Ron, you're an elder. Get up here and do your prayer your way." And so I've done it that way for years. I'm not out to my family, just to my sister, my brother-in-law, and my nephew, because of an incident that occurred. And that's how they found out I was Two Spirit. I have a couple other cousins who are also Two Spirit, in Lapway and a couple other places. It's a whole, Ron Moses and a couple other, well, whatever. And got to know them over the years. And then I lived in Spokane and met even more. One time all the Nespers were up in Spokane at one of the bars in Spokane, and I was with one of my uncles who's about 8-9 years younger than me, and we were standing around in one of the bars in Spokane, and all these Nespers came up. "Are you so and so?" He says, "No, that's my brother." "Then who are you?" And then he told him his name, and he got all embarrassed and everything. He says, "Now they know I'm gay too." All these guys from Lapway and everything, I knew they were gay, but he didn't know they were, and he didn't know he was and stuff. So that sort of surprised him. But the rest of us all, I really don't have gaydar, but I know who they were and everything. And I knew a couple people because of my counseling. I knew that they were gay. But here, that's what I was asking about June Strickland. They were doing that report 2-3 years ago about interviewing Two-Spirit people. What do they do in their community, and if they're spiritual, this, that, and the other. I became one of the informants.
Oh, right. Okay. Sure, sure.
So I'm in there someplace, and my understanding was only her and a couple of those people actually know my name.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure that's true.
I'll only know my name, the rest don't. I'm just a number or something.
Oh, yeah, that's always true.
Yeah, I was interviewed right up here at a bar called the Metro in the back. Oh, the cafe. Oh, there's a cafe beside the Metro. And that's where I interviewed several years ago. And so a lot of the information people want about traditions and stuff, they ask me. And the other one I really don't like is the Pan-Indian stuff. You know, they take sage and hand it to everybody.
Yeah, yeah.
We don't even do that back home. Or they're all into Sundance ways. And they come up with some odd rituals, and I ask them, where do you get that? Oh, a medicine man taught me.
Right.
I've been around Sundancers, and I've dealt with Sundance. I am a intercessor in Sundance. I said, I've never seen this stuff ever in my life, because I know quite a few other intercessors, medicine man or whatever, or Sioux and Lakota now they're saying, and I know what they do and what they don't do. And I said, whatever you guys are coming up with, I don't know what it is, because about a month ago I helped marry a friend of mine with his new wife or partner. And the guy did it Sundance way, and then I did it our Longhouse way. So we blended it together and such. But the Two-Spirit community, the big one, the International Two-Spirit community, wants more people who are spiritual leaders to come to them.
Yeah, the Montana one had a guy named Matthew. It was pretty incredible.
Yeah, that's what I heard about. I saw that on the internet, the marriage and everything. And
yeah, that was my account. I'm free American.
Oh yeah, that's right. You wrote that later, and I said I was just looking at that, at the stuff on there.
That's my site.
And so I saw that, and I said, well, this is different. It's sort of the same as ours, but we have a couple other things that are a little different in that.
It was pretty cool.
And everything. And
have you ever had a relationship?
me? No. I've had 2-3 guys over the years. I think the longest one was about 2 years, really, where I was living. But I upped and walked away from him. I was mad at myself now for doing that. We could have been still together. We were wonderful together and such. And they were, how you say, one of them was into the spiritual stuff. Now he's a guy who dresses bodies and stuff, helps his older partner conduct certain kinds of ceremonies at funerals, and does the medicine singing on the Warm Springs
So you
Reservoir.
still know him? Oh.
Yeah, he's a nice guy. He's about 42, 43 years old. I'm 48. And the other guy was, he was half Nez Perce and half white. His mother.
Was this in Idaho when that happened?
No, this is in Oregon. His mother was a Hayes. That was her maiden name.
Okay.
And then the other guy was in Portland. I got to know he was an Alaskan Indian. Well, Alaskans don't say they're Indian, they're just Alaskan.
Yeah, I'm Alaskan Indian.
Was with him for about a year. All this were through the 3-4 years together. They overlapped and such and stuff like that. But ever since then, no. And I'm